in. I'm going to start things off with a story from Greenbelt, Maryland that's wild in every sense of the word. Police and animal control officials captured a 4-foot exotic ball python, not to be confused with the non-exotic regular ball python, that was found within slithering distance of a playground at Buddy Attic Park.
Animal Control Officer Rebecca Myers took the lead on finally getting a grip on the python and getting it into a bucket.
That was not a nice one.
Nice work, Rebecca Myers, because if that was me, that snake would still be on the loose. The park would now belong to Mr. Python. Thankfully, I'm a TV host and not on Snake Patrol, or you would all be unsafe.
Was the snake cooperative, officer?
I'm not really snake friendly as far as but the behavior it was exhibiting definitely probably wanted to be left alone.
Not snake friendly goes a long way on your Tinder profile. I bet it did want to be left alone, because freeze and come out with your scales up are not in a snake's vocabulary. They are literally cold-blooded killers. That's why it took a whole team of grown adults to catch this bad boy. But the real question is, where did that snake come from? Ball pythons are native to West Africa, and somehow he immigrated here during COVID. And if you're keeping score, that's zebras and pythons on the loose in PG County just in the past 2 weeks. And neither one was at Iverson Mall. And yes, some of the zebras are still running free. Y'all catch this? This looks like a Bigfoot sighting. What y'all doing out here? Most people adopted dogs and cats during the pandemic. Prince George's County went to the fire sale at Joe Exotic's house and just bought everything. Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to get your National Geographic situation together. Now, this next story is keeping in the local great outdoors theme as well as the Iverson Mall theme. 2 women from DC area will be featured as castaways on the newest season of Survivor. It makes sense if you can handle DC traffic, single tracking, and all that PG County wildlife. Survivor is a piece of cake. Chantel Smith, a pastor, and Liana Wallace, a college student, both live in the DC area, will be among the 18 contestants battling it out for the $1 million and the title of Sole Survivor, other than Akon. If I had to root for one of the two, you know what? My money's on the pastor. She's got God and the ghost of Chuck Brown on her side. Maybe these two can forge an alliance and destroy all the other contestants. Just call it the Mambo Sauce connection. Now that would get me to watch. Survivor 41 premieres tonight at 8 o'clock. You can catch Chantel Smith and Liana Wallace play to win right here on WSA 9. Did that sound like a shameless plug? It probably did. So let's just move on to the next story. I'm going to wrap up tonight's monologue with this one because there's a very large Salvadoran community in the DC area, and I'm pretty sure they have some thoughts. El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, has declared himself the coolest dictator in the world on his Twitter feed. Now, I had to use Google Translate to read it, but yep, that's what it says. I mean, what's cooler than typing that sentence out and then fixing your fingers to save it to your Twitter bio? He needs to fire his social media guy, because this ain't it, Chief. It looks like he got the dictator part right. Since he's been in office, Nayib has made a number of unpopular and questionable decisions, such as adopting Bitcoin as a national currency and firing 5 Supreme Court judges and replacing them with his own judges who voted to allow him to seek another term despite a constitutional ban on re-election. Not cool, bruh. The Bitcoin thing alone was a very bro move. I'd block anybody with crypto, Bitcoin, or blockchain in their Instagram bio. Y'all not gonna get me. A good rule of thumb in life is that anyone who calls themselves cool probably ain't cool. You can't bestow that title on yourself, even if you do run a country. In fact, especially if you run a country. The ball python and zebras on the loose are cooler than this guy could ever hope to be. They made the monologue simply by being awesome and minding their business. The very definition of cool.